Louis said nothing further and spun around to go. Frankie's brow furrowed as he called after him, "Louis, how can you be so ungrateful? You." But before Frankie could finish his sentence, Louis stopped abruptly and snapped his head back. The look in his eyes carried a glimmer of smoldering fury. His expression was dark and terrifying, like a demon crawling out of the abyss, cutting Frankie off mid-sentence. Louis fixed his gaze on him, his voice low and foreboding in the evening air. "Mr. Allen, our relationship is strictly professional. You've overstepped." With those words left hanging, he strode away briskly. Frankie stood frozen, his face tight with shock. In this partnership, Louis was perceived as cold but courteous, and that latter quality had made Frankie forget that Louis once had a reputation for being savagely ruthless and aggressive. Frankie had dismissed those stories as mere rumors, but the fierce look on Louis's face just now had made him realize that this was not a man to be crossed. As Frankie watched him walk away, he saw the barely contained aggression in Louis slowly ebb as he approached Kira. By the time Louis returned to her side, he was once again just that slightly aloof, composed man. Draped in Louis's jacket, Kira no longer felt the cold. The well-tailored black suit was warm from his body heat and wrapped around her, carrying a faint masculine scent of vanilla. Her heart softened. Seeing that Louis was only wearing a black shirt, she picked up the little puppy and said, "Let's go?" "Okay." The following morning, Louis had already left for work. Kira was soaking up the warmth of the sunlight from her spot on the sofa, finally wrapping up her research on Alzheimer's disease. After sending the email to the overseas biopharmaceutical research base, she stood up and stretched. She picked up her phone and found a message. "Kira, do you have time tomorrow night? Can you come to see me?" She replied, "I'll be attending the celebration dinner of the Horton and Allen family tomorrow evening." Just as she finished sending the message, a call came in from Samuel. "Boss, we've run into a bit of trouble with our project," Samuel said. Kira asked calmly, "What happened?" Samuel responded angrily, "We've always purchased our hydrogen energy materials from the Allen family. I tried to buy more today, but they suddenly refused to sell to us. With the development of new energy, production can't keep up with demand. Even if we want to buy from other suppliers, it'll take time. The problem is, we've already agreed on delivery dates with our customers, and if something stalls us, we'd be breaching the contract." Kira frowned. The Allen family in Clance. She had always entrusted her company's operations to Samuel, while she was only responsible for technical issues. So she had no idea her company had dealings with the Allen family. Samuel replied, "Yes, them. I've always bought from them. I tried to pry information from their sales manager. They haven't lined up another buyer, but apparently someone at the top ordered them not to sell to us." Kira lowered her gaze. "I understand. I'll go ask." After hanging up, she got up and headed toward the rehabilitation ward. She was friends with Rebecca and on good terms with her parents, so she decided to ask them directly in case someone was stirring up trouble. Not long after arriving at the hospital ward, she ran into Frankie by chance. He seemed to have just returned and was about to go upstairs. Kira quickened her pace and called out, "Mr. Allen, hello." Frankie stopped and turned his head. His gentle demeanor turned noticeably cold upon seeing her. Kira asked in confusion, "I'm Dr. South. My company has been continuously purchasing hydrogen energy materials from your company. However, your company suddenly announced this month that it would no longer sell to us. Is there a misunderstanding?" No misunderstanding, Frankie said, his face cold. His eyes filled with disdain. It was my order. We won't sell anything to you. Kira was taken aback. Why? Frankie frowned. Have you already forgotten what you casually said? Kira was confused. Had she accidentally said something wrong when she was with Rebecca? But she had no recollection of such an incident. Moreover, every time she and Rebecca talked, Rebecca seemed quite cheerful. And even just now, she had been messaging her. Kira couldn't recall anything and said, even if I did say something wrong, Rebecca probably doesn't hold a grudge. So, in consideration of the small favor I did for Rebecca, can you not be petty about this, Mr. Allen? At those words, Frankie mistakenly assumed she was referring to helping with witness testimony at the police station. Given that making a call to save someone was worth merit, Frankie reprimanded her. How dare you mention Rebecca? You ought to help her with the testimony. That's the duty of every citizen. Kira was displeased. Her voice turned cold. Mr. Allen, nothing should be taken for granted. Frankie grew even angrier. You're right. So the Allen family also doesn't have to sell the hydrogen energy materials to you. Kira took a deep breath. Initially, when she first met him at the hospital, she had thought Rebecca's brother wasn't half bad, but she hadn't expected him to turn on her so cold-heartedly. Before she could say anything else, Frankie had already strode into the rehabilitation department with his assistant stationed at the entrance. Miss, please keep your voice down and avoid disturbing the patient's rest. Kira was shocked. Fury welled up inside her, and she turned around to leave. Forget it. She would properly address the issue with Mr. and Mrs. Allen at the dinner tomorrow. Soon, the next evening arrived. Both the Horton Group and the Allen family's new project were major billion-dollar deals, so the celebration was quite grand. They had organized a large celebration dinner at the Imperial Hotel. A considerable number of employees from the Horton Group attended, and some people also flew in from clans on behalf of the